actually an experimental subject of the WLF, the man in the basement entangled by spores.
We sealed the pit. I'll inform only the people who absolutely need to know and no one else.
That's why they just sealed off the basement instead of blowing it up. The air in the entire basement is filled with spores, turning it into a huge petri dish. That's her son. They've cultivated something like her son, an even more evolved infected. He didn't attack Ellie when he saw her and almost remained motionless there. The WLF needs to cultivate an infected that can be controlled and then try to study it, just like what the Fireflies did. They all have to make efforts to fix all of this. They want to obtain something like antibodies from him as a solution. And how could there be spores even in the air in the basement? Don't you forget that this used to be a hospital.
Securing the hospital. The hospital's a resource we can't afford to lose.
Joel massacred an entire hospital here.
Girl, you're real.
Ellie was also brought here. I once said that Ellie doesn't have immunity at all, so when she was having her blood drawn in the hospital, everything was left here. You know what I mean. The source of infection carried in her body was all left in the hospital. In that chaos, her blood might very well have fermented into spores in the air. That's why the basement has become what it is now. Finally, I wonder what the scene of Joel's appearance means. Is he still alive? Because I don't remember Ellie having such a memory. This reminds me of Sarah.